live walkthrough. Today I'm going to be going over some key parts, making sure that you're ready for the games. So I hope you guys are ready, guys. What exactly is Vector Games? It's a live trading game show designed for fun and profits. Who's it for? It's for beginners and advanced players. There's all different levels on these calls. So it's open for all. We literally have 8-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 17-year-olds. When I first built this, I always thought to myself that, I've been educating for over a decade. How do I make things more simple, more simple, more simple? And that came down to what we have today. This product has been built over the last 7 years to get to the accuracy that it is today, which is the absolutely best. It's absolutely the best in the game. This is not a job replacing system, but a tool for extra income. My job is to make you and help you make an extra 300 to 600 bucks a week. Your job is to take it as far as you want after that. So let's talk about how to actually start playing. You're going to, of course, get your broker. Now, I highly recommend you use the broker that I have at startvg.co on the screen, as you guys see here, because I have a deal with this broker. So, and I'm gonna show you guys what some perks you guys get being a part of VG with this broker. You're gonna open up a demo account, and you're going to have about 500 to 2,000 setup range. This is to actually play in live time. Like, no need to put 100,000 if you're not going to actually put 100,000 in a live account. So let's build from something reasonable. 300 bucks, 500 bucks, 1,200, 2,000. This is very important for us to practice where we're going to actually possibly start from, so you can see what type of lot sizes and what type of risk you're going to go for and all that good stuff. So let me show you guys what happens. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to head over to startvg.co, and what's going to happen is it's going to give you a prompt where you're going to, not a prompt, but pretty much a spreadsheet that you're going to log in. You're going to get your account, and once you get your account, you're going to be coming to this area here. Now you got to get verified. To get verified, you're going to do the whole KYC type stuff. Basically, you're going to put in your passport, your ID, and then you're going to get approved and everything. Don't worry, they walk you through all that as well too. But what I want you guys to understand is the second thing you need to do is get your partnership. All right, this is your links, because not only are we making money on VG, you're also making money on any person you bring to VG that also uses your link. Every time they click the button to trade, whether it's win, lose, or draw, you make money. All right, and you get your link here, you get your partner code, and then you start sharing that code out. And every time they trade, no matter where they are, you make money. And there are people in the group that are making a nice income just from this as well too. Now, let's go over here back to accounts and everything, because we're going to open up a demo account real quick. All right. So to open up a demo account, I'm going to go to accounts, and I'm going to click the demo account button. I'm going to go to a demo ECN right here for Liquid Chart. I'm going to click the USD or whatever currency you have, and I'm going to, of course, create it. Now I'm going to deposit into it, and I'm going to put a very reasonable amount, $2,000, deposit it, and now I have a new demo account right here. Now, to get on that platform, you're going to hit the trade button. All right, you're going to hit the trade button. It's going to take you to an outside terminal, just like this. You're going to click on the add account, and then you're going to put in your username and password that's either in your email or you already set up already. So let's go ahead and get into the actual account. So here I'm in a demo account here, and what we're going to do is we're going to set this thing up for VG. All right, you're probably seeing some view that looks similar to something like this, and that's okay. We're going to go ahead and fix all of this as well too, so I hope you guys are ready. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make sure that mine is set up like this. All right, I'm going to have my view list tools on the left side, my chart on the right side, and I'm going to have this at the bottom right here. If you don't have that, you can hit the plus, and you can go ahead and add that type of stuff on plus. Let's go to the favorites real quick. All right, cool. You got your account history, calculators, charting. The best thing is to get familiar with your loadout. This is what we call your loadout, because this is what you're going to be using to trade. All right, so we have everything we need here. We got dill ticks. Wow, you can use that as well too. I use this sometimes when I need to put them back to back. You want to create a good system that you're going to use over and over and over that you don't have to think about it. So notice I have NAS up here, I have SPX, and I have US30 right here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the view, and I'm going to click on deal ticks right here. Bow. It's going to pop up just like this. All right. There we go. I just want you guys to see this real quick. Now you have your charting as well too. You can go ahead and click on this as well, and you could type in US30, just like that, and then you have all of these right here. You could open this right here. You could add more charts as well too, as you see here. Let me add a BTC real quick. And now guess what? BTC is added over here. All right. I'm going to take off BTC real quick. Bow. And then you're good to go. If you need to go back to view, or I think it's list. Grid. And we'll get over there in a second. I haven't done this in a minute. Deal ticks. Yeah. Well, don't worry about it right now. But the biggest thing is you want US30 at the top, SPX in the middle. I think there's a button that says market list open positions. Oh, there we go. We got add. And this is where you can add to your list. We have, you could save your watch list, add from a watch list, load a watch list, and your watch list is everything over here. All right. So yeah, forget all this. We already got it set up. We have US30 SPX, and we have NAS right here. All right, so get familiar with your loadout here. That's the biggest thing, is you want to get familiar with your loadout. One thing about this platform here, Liquid, is it's really built for VG, man. Once you get into trades, let's get into a trade real quick. This is NAS 100. We're going to get into a buy. Bow. All right, to get into a buy, we click the blue button. When I say I'm selling, you click the red button. It's that simple. You don't do anything else. At the bottom, it's going to show you your amounts, how much you're in profit, your commission, stop loss, and profit targets right here, how much that is, how many pips you're up. So whenever you see us say 250, that's what this is right here. All right. Now, this is actually going to show pips, but these are actually points. All right. And every point is worth 10 pips. So if you see this thing go to 20 pips, that means you're up 200 pips. You're basically up 200 pips because it's actually points. Now, but I want to show you guys this. So let's get into a couple trades real quick. All right, so we're in a couple buys here. At the bottom, you guys can see. I could drag this up as well too. Make it bigger. Bow. Let's get into another buy. All right. I'm going to show you guys how to use this real quick. Head over to tools. You can close all orders in one button. You can close trades, pending orders, or losing trades individually. You can set automatic stop losses. Some people use that. Or automatic TP. As soon as you get into that trade, set a 30 pip, bow. It's going to set a 30 pip, which is a 300 point TP. TP is a target. So that means it's automatically going to pull out for you. Get familiar on using this, especially when you get into trades and you see I have the targets on the screen. Those targets are in intervals of 250 pips or 25 points. When this goes 25, you're basically there. So set it for about 30. All right? When it starts going green, that's when you're in profit right here. So you guys see how we're in profit? Now it's going up. You see how it's at 1.3? That's at, yep, there we go. It's at 15. 18. All right, so now that we have this set up and everything, if we want to exit the trades, we can either click these X's here. Bow. I grab profit. Bow. Order is closed, and you're good to go. But here goes. We got the tools. I'm going to go use the tools. Close all, and I'm good to go. I close, and I'm out of the trade. So get familiar with this. You're going to be using this as your loadout and making a lot of money from it. So let's get back into it real quick. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is we already set this up. We're going to talk about the scheduling and daily structure of VG. what you're going to see is a yellow background that's going to pop up on a screen like this. You're going to show up 15 minutes prior to 9 a.m., which is about 8:45 your guys' time. There's going to be no colors on the back of the screen. The yellow's going to start at 9 a.m. This is your pre-play. This is your practice area. Sometimes we'll get plays in this area and we'll practice. Sometimes we'll actually play for real if it's a really good one. Once we get into 9:20 range, which is 10 minutes before market open, that's when we're in the heating up section. Anything's a go, all right? What we're looking for is these arrows to pop up: green, red, gold, and purple. Because by 9:30 a.m. is where the market opens. This is going to be the highest volume flushed into the markets, all right? So that's your times there. Now for solo play and crypto play is going to be 24/7. Solo play is after the initial session with me, which can end anywhere between 10 to 11. You could play for the rest of the day and get multiple positions. Let's go to another day. So you see how it ended here? You could play even more for the rest of the day. All right, that's what VG's solo play is. All right, don't worry, I'm gonna give you guys some tips on that. Now let's talk about these arrows real quick. The arrow system. Explain arrow meanings with examples. Red, green, gold, goldie, perp, or perp chirp. You're gonna hear that a lot on the sessions, man. I just want a goldie. Just want a perp chirp. These are the highest probability possible in the game of VG. Now we have basic, green, and red. We're gonna see those the most. Does not mean they're not great. All right, so we have the basic. They're going to look like this. Up is going to be green. Red is going to be down. High probability is going to be gold. You're going to see on both directions. Highest probability is going to be the perp chirps. So as you guys can see here, we have a regular. We have a basic, and now we have perp chirps. All right, and then we got some more perps. We got some golds, and there we go. Now let's go into it even deeper. All right, let's go into it even deeper. All right, we're going to go into the colored line system. The gray line is your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 entry. This is the one on the session where it's going to be our first entry. This is not your highest entry. This is your lowest entry. This is for if they just take off, you make an extra buck. But this is where a lot of students mess up is they start getting into gambling. They don't want to wait for the better positions, so therefore they go all in on the first one. So this gray line is your smallest entry. What you're looking for is this aqua blue line or the yellow line. These are your pullback lines. But when it goes aqua blue, that is the highest accuracy one. This is called UI. You will literally hear us say, "Oh my God, it's going UI right now." Ultra Instinct. All right. We love when this pops up, but this is where you're going to make the most of your money. Let me put it in perspective. I'm only aiming for $50 if I played the smallest entry. If it hits target, I only made $50. But when they pulled back, that's where I load up the lots and put more money on the line. And by the time it pulls from this yellow to the target, I done made over $500, $600, $700. You see the drastic difference there? So please do not go too heavy on the first entry. That's not how we play the game. All right? So let's go into these lines. We have the UIs. We have the regular 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 entry, the basic, and then we have our targets. Your targets, we're only playing US 30, NAS 100, and SPX. SPX target is 25, 25, which is 50, and then the last 50, which is 100. And then the first targets for US 30 is 250. So from this gray line to this gray is 250, then another 250, and then 500. So a total of 1,000 for US 30 and NAS 100. Now let's go into the next part real quick. All right. Exit strategies. We have the green lines, which is the profit targets. We have breaker and level. You don't have to really worry about that. It's more for me. When the breaker and level is positive, it just gives us a higher accuracy. It's like a checkpoint. If your breaker and level is red, means start looking for some exits or start exiting or grabbing some profits. Yellow X is your manual exit. If you get a yellow X, you're out. So therefore, they start pulling back. You get a yellow X, pull out. It pulls back, yellow X, pull out. So you don't have to go through the rest of it. You can get back in on the next one. All right? Your star candle is the 10th candle. This is a just a confirmation that lets you know that okay, cool. If I'm in consolidation for 10 candles and no targets have been hit, something's wrong. I should have already either exited the trade or I should have already hit at least the first target by the star candle. If not, I should probably start pulling out and focus on the next trade, all right? Now let's talk about risk management real quick. Risk management is very easy to handle. I built a bot for you guys called Vanessa. Vanessa pretty much does all this for you, but I wanted to make this video for you guys personally. Never risk more than 1 to 3%. Now I understand what you're saying. There's no stop loss, so how do we know? There's a ballpark range, all right? Basically, like US 30 for the pullback ranges is roughly going to be a risk of about 300 pips, all right? Then you have NAS is going to be a risk of about 250 from the pullback ranges. So it's like there's a pretty much a yeah, there's a guesstimation because there's no stop loss, but that's the average. And then we win a lot anyways because of the accuracy. But here's how an easier way to solve this is play under yourself. Go on that demo, from that $500 account, and I look at it like this: what is causing you pain? If you are very antsy and you took an entry and you're very antsy about it and everything, you're probably playing too high. So play low lot sizes. This is where people have built massive accounts with VG, is by playing multiple low lot sizes so they can control the game better. All right. You want to also reduce risk during market open and trap days. What that means is how many positions are you playing? Well, let's put it this way. If you were playing 10 positions on normal, around market open, that 5432 market open, the biggest volume in the market, I'm not going to play 10 contracts or 10 positions. I might play 4. I might play 5. I'm going to save the 10 for if I get a pullback or UI on a gold or perp. I don't see that. Okay, cool. I'm a chill. Trap days are Mondays and Fridays. These are the lowest accuracy days. We still crush them, but we still are always going to be aware. And we're going to play lower than we normally do. So, guys, let's talk about the VG rules. No crying, no complaining. All right? 0, you understand that you are trading the markets. It's part of the game. If you lose trades, your losses take you to your next wins. Start on demo for the next week or 2 weeks. I don't want to make I don't want you guys to make any excuses on this part. If you really like to just get rid of your money, donate that money. Because if you don't want to follow and get your stuff together, controller wise, that you understand the ins and outs where you don't have to think about it, then yeah, that's on you for losing your money when you didn't have to. Show up on time. Don't over risk in the day after 2 losses. If you take 2 losses, you're done. No revenge trading after that. Now, let's talk about how to grow your account fast. Remember those low lot sizes? Well, I introduced you guys to milking. This is what you're going to hear on the sessions. Hey, did you milk that? Hey, yo, I'm becoming a dairy farmer. You're going to see people in the chats talk about this. This is where we make the boatload of our money. So I hope you guys are ready for this part because this is absolutely incredible. So you guys see these lines, these beautiful lines here. When the market pulls back, we already know that. That's what we're looking for. But did you know you can make money in between these lines over and over and over before it actually even takes off? This is called milking the play. They pulled back to this line, dropped. That's roughly around 200 pips. You pulled out. They pulled back up because remember you're playing multiple positions, maybe 4 positions, 5 positions. So you pull out one of your positions, grab some profits. Pulls up, it pulls all the way down here, grab some more profits. You got positions up here, here, and while you're in the same area here, you're racking up pips and you're racking up a nice cushion. So that if it takes off, you make even more money. And if it goes negative on you, you only lose your cushion. This is where people are going to play and make the most money. So let me put it into perspective here. We have an entry here, but they didn't pull back. So you can't really milk that. So let's go find something that we can actually milk. All right, let's use this real quick. So here we have here. Now I know there's an X on this, but don't worry about it while we're using this. You got to play here. Smallest entry, they pulled back, you entered here. They pulled back, you entered here. It came all the way up here, down here, So guess what you did? You grabbed some of your main profits, because remember, your top position is always going to have the most positions. We already wanted to pull back anyways. So that's where we're going to load the top, because we're going down. We're not going to try to load the bottom so that you have to deal with all the negativity. So as it drops here, I'm going to get rid of some positions here, but I'm going to also pocket some of the positions here. Maybe I have 5 positions up here. I'm going to take 3 of them out. Maybe go break even on these ones right here and leave my last one in right here. As the market pulled up again, you hit it again for 2 more positions. They dropped, you took out those 2. They pulled up again. You always want to keep at least 1 up here. They dropped again, you grabbed 2 more positions out. Then they dropped down to the gray line, and guess what you did? You got rid of the bottom position, where now you only have the top positions now. The objective of the game is to get the better position. If it's not this, it's this. If it's all the way up here, you're going to cook. Worst case scenario, your smallest position here is going to make money if it just takes off. Welcome to VG. Make sure you guys get some practice on milking in solo play. Practice it. As it pulls back, click out. It's like playing a video game. Click out. Get 200 pips here. Get 200 there. Get 250 here. I love grabbing 250. Also, get familiar with your dollar amount on your lot sizes or contract sizes. All right. For futures, they use contracts. For Forex, they use lot sizes. That's that 1.0, 0.1, 0.13, 0.7 that you will see. Let me show you guys lot sizes real quick. So you see this right here? These are called lot sizes. So if I'm playing NAS here, and I know that I'm playing a 0.1, get familiar with this. You'll see. All right, cool. Every about almost 25 bucks, I hit one target. So as soon as I see 20 bucks, I pull out. As soon as I see 20 bucks, I pull out. Get familiar with how much you're going to actually make while you're milking, so that you know when to pull out over and over and over. Or what you could do is just set automatic TPs, like I showed you guys before. Let me show you guys again. Automatic TPs, 20 points, and then you set your profit target just like that. All right. So let's go ahead and get back into this. Now, line-to-line trading, that's basically in milking. You get in on one line, pull out on the other one, while you keep one position in there. So you're basically scalping between the levels, building a nice cushion. Now let's talk about solo play and weekend play. This is going to be in the Discord. This is your Discord. As soon as you get started and click the link below, or wherever you have to get into the Discord, this is the Vector Game Discord. This is the hub. This is the lair. All right. What's going to happen is, and remember, guys, I'm gonna get to this part right here with the AIs. I have AI bots to help you guys with all this. All right. Let's get into this real quick. All right. You're going to see on the left side when you get started the rules, non-members, but you can also go to start here to get all of the information you need, following it one by one. If you're too lazy to do that, then you don't need to be here. I also have VG workbooks as well too. That comes with everything. It's literally the VG workbook survival guide to download. And then we have the sci-fi one, which I'll talk about here soon. Then we have Learn VG. Now, what you're watching right now is about to pretty much take out all of these videos here. I realized, even though this was very simple to do, most people just don't want to do it. So therefore, I'm going to put it all in one video. All right. But basically, what we talked about today is what is Vector Game, setting up your trading account, how to trade VG on your broker, entries in VG, understanding the breaker levels, how to milk the game, which you guys just watched, how to practice and get better on VG, how much to play, and all that good stuff. So then I also created a public school for you guys, for those of you guys that want to know the basics of Forex, like what is a pip, what is leverage. So I highly recommend like deep diving. The announcements is going to be where the actual sessions are going to be. Under announcements, you're going to see me go live on YouTube. That's where you guys are going to see. The only time we'll play on Discord is if YouTube's messing up and it's like lagging too hard. All right. Scam alert. There are scams inside of the Discord. They're scammers, and they're going to act like they're me. I am not going to be in your DMs asking for money ever. So please report those scammers in the scam alert right here, as you guys see. Looks legit, but I heard he doesn't do friend requests exactly. So he's over here with friend requesting. And that's not me. And they'll add like little extra dots in front of the names and all different type of stuff. All right. You need help with futures trading. Everything you need in futures is here. Everything is organized on this. But here's your AI chat box. You have general help, which is Helena, and then you have VG strategy help. And what happens is when you click that, you're going to go into your chat GPT, and it's on your phone, and you can ask Vanessa anything. Hey, I have an account of 2,000. What should I do first? And she is trained on VG, and she's going to break everything down. Look, she's telling you the lot size that you're going to play and everything. See that? Start with 0.01 until you get confident with the speed of VG. Once comfortable, adjust towards 1% levels. You see that? I know, right? It's pretty litty. All right, so let's get back into it real quick. All right, so now that we have this part, now you have your support chat. It's your support chat. You guys can write in here if you need to really like get that real good support. You have your English chat. This is where everybody's at. Everybody's chilling in here. This is the home, and we have a great time in here. All right. Then this is your profit room. This is where you show off your profits. I want to see them. You have your sci-fi setup certificates for your fundits. Public live room is whenever we need to jump over here and do the live here from if YouTube's messing up. We have the Spanish section, but here is your VG solo play rooms. Now to get your VG solo play rooms, you have to get sci-fi global.com. All right. And what's going to happen is this is going to set you up for getting your sci-fi. Sci-fi is $99 a month. That is not mandatory. Sci-fi Global, come on. It is not mandatory. There we go. It's probably my VPN over here. But yeah, don't worry about it. All right, so you're going to get your sci-fi. Sci-fi stands for set it, forget it. I'm going to show you guys how sci-fi works. So you're going to get your bronze sub sci-fi. I think it's because I'm already logged in. That's probably why. All right, so you're going to get your sci-fi. And with sci-fi, you automatically get the VG solo play rooms. And this is going to play 24/7, where you guys can trade, practice VG. There are people making salaries in these rooms right now. So like right now, I didn't like they're literally playing this right now as we speak. This is their micro room, which is VG on the 30-second and 45-second room. So there are people in the room right now. And this is going to come with the 99 package. Now that's not going to be forever. This is going to be very expensive in the future. But right now I didn't have an area to upgrade it or put it in the package. So I added it with sci-fi. You have the crypto room as well too. Because VG is not for sale, but at least I let you guys use it. So I hope you guys are ready for that. But I also have sci-fi, which stands for set it, forget it. So this is your crypto room. And you have your gold and silver room people are in as well too. And these are going to play 24/7. And it's going to send alerts and everything. Like these are plays that just happened right here and all that good stuff. It's going to send alerts. Now let's go ahead and get it back into this real quick. All right. Let's talk about sci-fi. Sci-fi stands for set it, forget it. It's an alert system that I built for my students, and it's only for trend trading. VG works for everything, but this is only for trend trading, and it's absolutely freaking phenomenal. Let me show you guys real quick. All right, so this is your sci-fi area. Let me go ahead and turn this off. We're going to turn that off, and we're going to turn sci-fi on. All right. Sci-fi only works for directional plays. All right, so let's go find one that's actually in sci-fi. And how you know is basically you'll see it green or red on the background. All right. So if it's green or red on the background, it means it's going to be called for the week. Any type of plays is going to be called. So I'm going to go through. Oh, they're red. Sci-fi stands for set it, forget it. Once you get a play, you're going to set your pendings, and you're going to let it ride. All you do is set your pendings, and you let it ride. First level is this KN color right here. Those are the highest accuracy levels of being hit. And then you have your 1 to 2 risk reward ratios here. It also, Sci-Fi sets up stop losses. Stop loss is orange or the red, depending on what you want to play. So you have a tighter stop loss and you have a looser stop loss. But here are your targets. You have the light color, the KN color, and the green are your targets. You set your pending and you let it fly. It stands for set it, forget it. Works on all pairs, and you set up all of your alerts and you walk away. Go to sci-fi global.com and get your sci-fi. Get your sci-fi ASAP. All right, let's go ahead and get back into this real quick. So let's talk about the FAQs. All right. Buy, sell, I'm out. Buy, sell, stay in the trade, I'm out. You're going to hear these. Break even. Chirps. Chirps is the noise. All right. I'm going to tell you guys when to pull out, how long to stay in, when to enter. Practice this stuff, especially in the sci-fi, not sci-fi, but the VG solo rooms. All right. Now, guys, final tips. Watch main practice playlist 10 times. I'm going to have the playlist still above, like there, for the option of you guys wanting to watch. But practice and trade at your level. Don't look at all the other people making X amount. You're not there yet. Practice. But here's one of the biggest things. Have fun. I built VG to bring fun back to trading. And I am so happy that we officially did that. So I want to thank you so much. I want to say welcome to VG. And let's run it up this year.